Hej, velkommen til den her video. I dag skal vi gøre noget lidt anderledes. Vi skal altså prøve at reagere på en video. Jeg ved ikke, om jeg vil gøre en hel reageringskanal, hvor jeg reagerer på videoer, eller om jeg kommer til at reagere på min gaming-kanal. Jeg ved det ikke. Måske skal jeg gøre en reaktionskanal, måske skal jeg ikke. Hvis jeg begynder at være sådan, der er faktisk mange, der gerne vil se de reaktionsvideoer, så gør jeg en helt ny kanal til det. Og hvis de måske får ikke så mange visninger, og jeg gør så mange af dem, så kan jeg gerne bare under en playliste på min gaming-kanal. Men det får I vel at se om et par måneder, når vi har set, hvor godt de her reaktionsvideoer kommer til at gå. Men nok om det. I dag skal vi altså reagere på 10 best players in Fortnite in the world. Den er så glad for et år siden, så det er måske lidt langt tilbage. Men lad os bare se den. 400 millioner spillere. Det er sindssygt at tænke på. 5% af hele verden spiller Fortnite.
And in today's video, I'm going to be counting down the 10 best current players. This video is not going to include retired players like Mongrel, Metro, or Say.
Hvad sagde han? Er de ikke?
It's not going to include retired players like Mongrel, Metro, or Say, but players are currently competing. If you guys enjoy...
Så videoen handler kun om dem, der sådan spiller lige nu. Ikke alle de gamle, som mange kalder dem, han lige sagde. Metro.
Consider using code MARINTM in the item shop.
Hvad sker der for dem? Hvorfor?
Let's get into it. Coming in at the 10th spot, we have arguably the best fighter in the game, Peterbot. Now,
True, det er bare facts.
Have Peterbot way higher, but with a pretty slow
start det tænker jeg også.
2023 being ranked 20.
Det tænker jeg også. Peterbot på en 10. Der er no way, han kan nævne 9 spillere, som er bedre end Peterbot lige nu.
What? I simply can't put him above the 9 others I have chosen for this list.
No, okay. Men det er for et år siden selvfølgelig.
In the world is his unbelievable confidence to win any situation.
Peterbot er sindssyg.
The difficulty. Peterbot
altså,
also has some of
han har så mange sindssyge victory cup, kill records, og det er helt sindssygt. Han dræber fandme flere på en victory cup, end jeg dræber på 5 normale unranked battle royale games. Det er så sindssygt. Også hans aim.
That has gotten him thousands of soft aim accusations, and you have one hell of a player. Taking up 9th, we have Yamso.
Jeg kender ikke ham. Jeg kan ikke rigtig sige noget.
Of this video, all I look at is tournament placements. It doesn't matter how good someone looks when watching them on Twitch or YouTube. At the end of the day, the players who performs consistently and incredibly well will be in this video. In 2022, Yamso was 2nd place on the PR leaderboards. And this year, he is 3rd, being one of the most consistent players in the 2nd hardest region.
What the hell?
What makes Yamso so incredibly good is the fact
that jeg regner med, det clips fra ham der Yamso, det regner jeg med, så det er rigtig også ud på det, ikke?
His aim is some of the best in the game, and his mechanics are precise and effective, although he might not look like the fastest player. Talking about the fastest players, in 8th we have Acorn, who is one of the fastest thinkers in the entire game. Acorn is arguably the best IGL in the world, and recently having won the Chapter 4 Season 1 Duo FNCS. This guy is an
Season 4, vi er jo i Chapter 5 Season 2, så
not only has he had an insane start to 2023, he was also the #1 player on the NA East PR leaderboards in 2022.
Jeg kan jo godt Acorn, han er fandme så god. Men de er alle sammen så gode, mand. Det begynder næsten sammen. På et tidspunkt så begynder skilgabet at blive mindre.
The best players in the world gets him those consistent grand finals placements. Now, taking him 7th, we have a guy who is super unique in the way he plays. Playing with this guy for any tier 1 player would be an absolute blessing. And that is because I personally think he is by far the best teammate in the world. And the person I am talking about is of course none other than Mustache.
Jeg kender ham ikke. Ked at sige det, men jeg kender ikke så mange Fortnite bros. Jeg går ikke sådan alt for meget ind på competitive. Selvfølgelig vil jeg gerne blive bedre til at gøre det, så derfor er den her video.
Honest duo like no one I've ever seen. If you watch Mustache's video on how him and Tayson won FNCS, you'll see that he does so much for the team. And wherever Tayson goes, Mustache goes as well. Mustache knows exactly when...
Man kan bare se den der cypher, ikke? Altså prøv at se, han skyder der 28, ikke? Dræber en, og så kommer han net op på 105. Man kan bare se den der cypher der i chapter 4.
But necessary play, and he hits harder than most other competitors. because of one of the most insane last game clutches I've ever seen and the ability to stay calm under immense amounts of pressure. 6th place in this video goes to Tayson. Tayson is one of the very few who plays ridiculously much better when the pressure is on.
Jeg snakker om Akon, ikke? Staying calm. Altså sådan, du holder så roligt, ikke? Så skal en IGL også kunne. Man kan jo ikke have en IGL, altså endgame bit, der sidder og råber og skriger og går i panik. Så er han jo ikke god IGL.
He is a true competitor, and he is, in my opinion, the best player of all time. However, there are 5 others who simply has just been more consistent over the last year.
Det er correction med hans
Tayson, one of the absolute best, is his ability to lead whoever he plays with.
Altså, jeg ved ikke, om det var mig, der ser for lidt corrects, men jeg føler ikke rigtig, at han bliver nævnt nogensinde. Jeg føler ikke rigtig, at han vinder noget lige nu. Er han ved at sådan fall off, eller det var mig?
Ways in the world. He has the best communication out of any player and is consistent in everything he does. Tayson will for sure go down in history as one of the absolute best.
Connect så meget til Tayson igen.
Coming into the halfway point of today's video, we have smashing that like button. No, but in all seriousness, taking on 5th, we have Queasy. Queasy is someone who has better knowledge than anyone else when it comes to winning games. Queasy has been and will forever be the king of high grounds. Queasy is someone who has been playing the game and working impressively hard to get to where he is today. And honestly, anyone in this top 5 could be in first. But this is my list, and the 4 others just has that little extra that no one else in the world even comes close to having. Talking about players having that little extra, taking on 4th, we have Thomas HD. This guy is not only one of the most players of all time, but
hvad det jeg prøver at sige? Det er så fedt, at vi har en dansker med, som en af de bedste Fortnite-spillere ud af 400 millioner. Det er helt sindssygt. En dansker, guys. Thomas HD er altså dansk. Altså, vi har en dansker fra Danmark, altså what's med i, altså, nogle af de bedste i hele verden inden for en af de største e-sport, altså en største spil i hele verden har vi altså en dansker, som er en af de største i hele verden, ikke? Altså, det er altså sindssygt. En fra lille Danmark, en af de bedste i hele Fortnite, og Fortnite er altså en af de største spil i verden. That's crazy.
The best aimer to have ever touched the game. There will never be.
Okay, og den bedste aimer i hele Fortnite i historien bare.
Has never won an FNCS. This FNCS was the closest he's ever been, missing out on winning by nothing more than 2 points.
Wow.
Pick, in contrast to Thomas HD, knows what
det var sådan en placering højere i den game, og så havde de vundet i stedet for.
Season 1 FNCS on NA East. I'm of course talking about Cold. It is very
difficult
for me to describe Cold, because he is good at seemingly everything. One could argue that Cold is the best fragger ever. Cold doesn't miss.
Så hvis I ikke ved det, så er fragger, det er ligesom, de er sådan eksplosive, ikke? De er sådan, de skal bare ud og dræbe folk, you know? Selvfølgelig skal de også tænke over, hvad de gør, så det ikke dør, men de dræber maskinerne, kan man næsten sige, ikke? IGL, det er sådan in-game reader, ikke? Han laver alle decisionsne, og
His mechanics are incredible. He listens better than anyone, and his knowledge is immense. Cold could honestly be first place in this.
Oh my, hvad fuck sker der så fra min internet?
Better than anyone, and his knowledge is immense. Cold could honestly be first place in this video. But him being on.
Altså bro, what the fuck? Hvor er mit internet så fucking god?
Makes things a little more difficult. Cold obviously proved him.
Altså hvad? Har vi power out eller et eller andet her? What the fuck? Guys, jeg kan ikke få lov til at se videoen, man. Bro, get me godt. Lad mig se videoen, tak.
Cold obviously proved himself at the FNCS Invitational, being the tournament MVP.
Oh my, jeg får stress.
Cold obviously proved himself at the FNCS Invitational, being the tournament MVP by a long shot, and at the FNCS Invitational, being the tournament MVP by a long shot, and the same can be said for last season's FNCS.
Det her. Vi går ned på 720p. Det kan den heller ikke. Altså hvad er der gennem i Guys, what the fuck?
To step up and clutch some points, win a 2v1 or anything else, you can count on him to do it. Moving on to second place, I have Malibuca as my pick. And putting Malibuca in second is
Okay,
a
Boogie,
very
altså han
difficult
er
thing
også
to do,
sindssyg.
because Malibuca often does things that only Malibuca can do. Malibuca is someone who has taken a world by storm, and what makes him a star player is not only the fact that he grinds like few others, but he is also remarkably structured when it comes to both solos and duos. If you look at his 5 solo wins in the Solo Victory Cash Cup, you'll notice that he has the best trigger discipline, his mats switching is the best in the world, he minimizes risks better than anyone, and overall, he is just unbelievable. However, I still think there is one player who's just
Hvem er den
a
bedste
tiny
egentlig?
bit better,
Hvem
and
er egentlig
still
den
is
bedste?
deserving of the title Best Player in the World. And
Hvem?
to no surprise to anyone who follows competitive, the best player in the world is Venno. Venno could play with anyone and still do incredibly well.
Jeg har ikke hørt om
That's
så
the
meget om
impact
Venno,
he has
faktisk.
as a team player. His ability to eliminate someone in 3
Altså, jeg ved
seconds
godt, hvem
in
han
the
er,
grand
sådan noget, men
final
jeg
is
kender ikke noget om
unlike
hans
most other
playstyle, men
professionals.
spørger, hvor
His
god han
awareness
rent faktisk
is
er,
top
men han er
tier.
åbenbart rigtig
He is
god.
the player with the best
Tydeligvis.
knowledge of when he needs to
Men
take
ja,
a big risk and not, especially when he is
jeg kender ikke så meget til Venno, ligegyldigt for mig at se det. Tak fordi du den her reaktionsvideo, hvis I godt kunne lide noget andet form for content, så sig til. Skriv ned i kommentarerne, og ja, bye bye.